School is back. Get ready.
Jack. Mike. Uh, hey, Restate, how are you, man? Welcome in to a Tuesday afternoon. Well, it's afternoon where I'm at. If you're on the East Coast, it's probably evening. You're here for cascading? I mean, I'm sure I'll manage with somebody. What's up, Big Show? Happy Tuesday to you, too. Hey, Scotty, how are you, Scotty Go Blue? What's up, Telvin? Hope you guys are doing well. Having a good Tuesday. And what's up, Ken Adams? How are you, Ken? How's the midweek going for everybody? What's up, HD? How is the midweek going for everybody? It sucks? Why does it suck, HD? What's up, Skip? Done in 20 minutes. I mean, there's more stuff tomorrow. Bam Bam off of Portal Pool? Nice, Skip. I can't read many words, but I see their hey, Southside, how are you? I mean, Ken, that really depends on the person. I don't actually like Trickster Live even with Roxanne. She just doesn't click for me. She's good. People really like her. I don't. So without Roxanne, I don't know, man. I mean, like, there's a lot of lady tricksters to pick from. Personally, I've always enjoyed Cora, Jade, but I'm not saying she's better. I think that's one where if you don't have all the best stuff for Liv, maybe unless she fits your playstyle. I mean, if you can figure out how to run her, but without Roxanne, I think the best you can hope for is like 5 match, 3 swipe kind of stuff. Yeah, Skull, I wouldn't play that even if I had a seance because it's just too much, for me. So, but I get people like it. You know what I mean? I have a meeting tomorrow. Gotcha, Scott. Good luck with that. Oh, Austin by a mile. It's not even close, Skip. Chris, how are you, bud? It's good to see you. Congrats, Luck. That's awesome. Both Gears and Hall of Fame Savage from your UCC. Very nice, Lux. Big come up for you, probably. What's up, JD Silva? Nice, Chris. Glad it's working for you. Very glad it's working for you. Why am I lying about Cascades? How are you, McManamy? Hey, Sako Football. How are you, Sako? Good to see you, Sako. It's what I do now, McManamy. I just tease you with possible Cascades. Why do you want to puke right now? Hey, B10, how are you? What's up, Noah? That's fair, Lux. I mean, like, really, macho with everything. The only one that's better, in my estimation, for male acros is Muda. And so that's really nice. You pulled Striker RVD. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Who's good for Stip before it ends? I haven't played on my account today. I could play some of it if you want to see what I would do on my account. That's something you guys are interested in. I could do that for a while. But if it's multiplies, I just usually use Demon Valor and blaze through it quickly. Because I'm leaderboards for Stip, not worth the drip, man. Extra time for not very much. Nice, Restate. Very nice. I know you are, McMahon. I know you are. Powerhouse Steiner, he is a very good trainer. Yes, he's still a very good fighter if you have everything. Big strap, Um, Bubba's glasses, that kind of thing. Yeah, Tatanka's good for a lot of people. I just will use Balor and plow through it quickly. That's you guys by now know. Stip and Red, it was tough. B10. Well, here let me go to my account. Let's see what we can do on hell mode. Just checking out my Maxine situation. Hey Zandel, how are you? Because everyone has Finn Balor, and he's been really clutch for Stip actually. Chris, yeah. So I think Steiner, with everything, probably third best powerhouse-ish, fourth if you count Andre with Drip, Hall of Fame Andre with Drip. I'd probably put him like fourth. So Andre, Drip, Cody, Bionic Austin, and then probably Steiner with Blade, I think, yeah? Like with all this stuff? Probably. I don't know. I've never used him much, so I could be slightly biased one way or the other. Who's Enforcers today? Ooh, Eddie, nice. He's almost 20. That's easy to do. Any cascades that happen get a 500% boost. I'll never cascade again. You know, you're not wrong. Yeah, Chris, he's really good. Oh yeah, middle lane Zombie Cody's definitely better. Yes, restate. If you have Zombie Cody's gear in a middle lane, definitely better. Zombie Cody middle lane is a handful if you have his gear. Quite good. We are not going there. We are doing this to get him to 20k. Yes, I missed that one, restate. Thank you. This one was easy today. Excuse me. I would take that just so I wouldn't have to cascade Sako, even if I never wouldn't. So what do we got? Rules. You can use Devon specs on Trick Live, absolutely. If you're using your color turn, it adds 50% more damage. Ah, Corey. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you didn't see that. Holy smokes, Naomi with gear, legit AF. I think best feuder in the game, male or female. 2 clicks, no multiplies, no plates, just super fast animations. Like, wow. Wow. Hey, Spider Guard, how are you? Oh, B10. It's multiplies. So Acro, I'll show you. I'll just play it for you. I'll do exactly. This is my account, and I haven't played it yet. Um. Buddy, 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 buddy. What's up, Clay? Superstars to moment. Very rarely. Do they add people to a moment? I think they have a few times, but very rarely. Usually it's fairly early on. What's up, Northern Mouth? Yeah, Northern Mouth. I actually don't have a roster review planned for today. Are we friends on Discord, bud? I would be happy to do roster advice for you today. I don't have anyone lined up, actually. That would work out pretty clutch if you feel like it. As I enjoy doing them on Tuesdays, and people seem to enjoy seeing them. If not, send me a friend request on Discord and give me those screenshots. If you want to do it today, we can. Did I just crash? That looks like a hard freeze, folks. Finn for multiplies, yeah, just because he's fast and easy. Like, so, like, look, right now, just straight up, you're never leaderboarding a stipulation unless you want to waste a ton of props time and have a promoter, stip promoter that's max level. It ain't happening, right? And even then, you're probably looking at doing crazy plate setups a lot of times and things like that. And honestly, the difference between like 10th place and 500th place is minimal, to the point where it's not like I can't see a reason honestly to try personally. I mean, first has a good amount of stuff in it, but like not for what you have to do, in my opinion. I'm all for tryharding and stuff, but you don't get anything worth the return, in my opinion. Right? So you want to go quick and easy for step, and Finn is the definition of quick and easy. So anything he can clear, I will always use him because it's 2 clicks super easy. I don't know if you heard me, Northern Mouth. Did you? Just double round circling back on that. B10. Okay. Let's switch back to my account here. Which one's mine? This one. Go back into step. Fair enough, bud. Awesome. Good deal. I just wanted to make sure you heard me. Where are we going? We're going here. All right. So if you don't stip your scorings here, your enforcer ups the bonus. So because my enforcer's maxed, we're gonna get 450 points for every multiply gem we destroy. Finn with this setup makes as many as he destroys. So he is destroying. Hey, Kid Kelly, how are you, bud? He is destroying 34 every time with 2 clicks. And recycles, obviously, you're going to get at least one of one. Your plates don't matter, any of that stuff. So, like, Finn is super fast and easy. Everyone's got him. And, like, one move, we've already got half of our stuff in one turn. So he'll make it so you don't need to use props, do any nonsense. It's 2 turns if you have a promoter, not even with a promoter. You could probably almost do it in 1 turn without a promoter, depending how many reds you hit. Like, it doesn't get any easier than this, and this doesn't take any time, right? So I'm all for stips like this where it doesn't take time. I mean, that's pretty standard. You always need the superstar to get the most stuff. Nothing new there. You're lucky, honestly, that it's not indie-only tours. That's what a lot of people were saying they would think it would be. So, yeah, it's frustrating every single time, though. Every time it's frustrating. Yeah, I can get this stuff to get this character, but I need the character to get it. What? Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, so if you need alternatives for Finn, let me know. If you have max tour perks, Santa Hogan gets everything charged. Mosh and Kane are the important 2. That's a generate a ton and break a ton. Striker, Kane, and Mosh. Mosh is so good. This just gives you as many making as destroying if Z-Taker, so but he's not really doing it, just gives you 1 extra. It's not really a big deal. If you don't have Hogan, Santa Hogan, then you're gonna use a 2 MP or a blue MP person here. You use Lawler, or if you don't have tour perks. Pat Patterson any good? Well, So Benny loves him. Pat Patterson is good. He is clicky, though. He can hit very hard. They do, Scott. Well, so Scott's point is very accurate. The amount of no one's getting any currency, even if they have indie, to get anything good. Like, so I have indie. I can show you how much currency I have. I won't be getting anything good from that. Anything good from that requires spending a decent amount. That prize wall is just one of those throwaway ones, like, you know. I probably can. I don't know. I'll tell you when I get... That was 3... I'm in hell right now. So that was 3-starred easy. I mean, I don't feel like it was necessarily a major step back. I feel like Aussie was... they don't do that stuff all the time, right? There's no way they're ever going to do that much stuff in a month. So I don't think it's a step back. Aussie is just a really, really good month. So personally, I don't see it as a step back. I just see Aussie as a special thing. That's how I look at it. Step back to me would be like, oh, I don't know, like if the chase was as hard to get as it was when it was Rex Regum, which was ridiculous. Ilya is not super bad, probably not as easy as Cody, at least as easier than Trish, I think. Maxine's very difficult. So May is better than Tiffany. So, you know, there's that. Batista is better than... Who was the free one last month? Wasn't Maxine? Was it Maxine last month? Not Maxine, I mean Maurice. So the 2 ones that everybody gets are significantly better than the 2 that were last month. So there's plenty of step forwards, I think. Yeah, Brutus, thank you. Brutus. And Batista's way better than Brutus, though. Yeah, so I don't feel like it's a step back. I just feel like it's different. Ozzy was a special thing and awesome. So that's how I look at it, though. But that's just me. And I think I did that video, Chris. Yeah, yes. So I liked her before her gear. And for the reason of 2 clicks with a big strap, you could hit hard enough to win in feud. And now with the gear, she's just crazy. Just crazy. You had to choose between recruiting Rex Regum and LA Knight last weekend? Oh, Rex Regum is way better hit, man. That's like not even close. Not even close. I don't know how hard Aussie gear is going to be to get. I don't have it. I would love to get it. So, oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, that one I just posted a little bit ago. Yeah, so I just feel like Aussie month was like exceptionally good. Like, you cannot expect to get a free superstar at gold for playing the game as good as Aussie very often in this game. You know what I mean? Not only did you get him, but if you were invested in playing, you got him at flipping gold. I can't ever remember them doing anything like that. Literally, most people, best trickster, for sure, like a top 3 or 4 trickster in the game, period. And everybody got him at gold if they were invested in playing. Worst case, you know, maybe you got him at bronze or silver. Like, I can't remember them ever doing anything that generous with a character that good. Like, the Ghostbuster Cena everybody got, but you didn't get him, like, maxed out or anything. So, like, I don't think it's realistic to expect something like Aussie every month. That's why I would say it's not a step back. The game will let you change usernames probably when you code for it. Yeah, Chris. And he was harder to get than Aussie was, for sure, too. Right? Not everyone got Funk. Yeah, so the Aussie Showdown, which if you were in the top, was it 500 or 1,000, you'd get 100 Cody shards, is really what made Cody so friendly to get. And Ilya For me, it's gonna end up being as easy, pretty almost, not quite, as Cody. Definitely harder or easier than Trish. I mean, the collection events are mostly always useless. Yeah, I mean, like, there's never you're gonna. I mean, they're only good if you don't have a lot of stuff, and then you generally don't get super far in the collection contest anyway. You're just gonna get, you know, the common one in there every time for the most part. So they could do some stuff to spice the collection contest up, for sure. Like, it's not super exciting. That was the cool thing about Ozzy, is it made the collection really fun, right? HD, the Ozzy made the collection contest matter and be really fun. That was super cool. Like, I don't know if they could do something to spice it up a little bit, if it was like fuses for an older poster maybe, or something like that. I would totally be down for that. Totally be down for that. Punk is Kid Kelly. You know how I am about these questions. I don't know your roster and stuff, but in a vacuum, Punk is decidedly better than Tech Scott, in my opinion. It's not that close, in my opinion. Punk is definitely the superior poster, but that isn't always accurate. So I don't know your roster. So just even playing through the stun, not worrying about MP downing it, we still 3-start it. Yeah, that would be really cool. You know what somebody suggested and I thought was really neat idea? You know, like, so for me, let me show you guys something and then we'll do the last node. So far I've 3-started all, by the way, just using Valor really quick. But let me, like, somebody suggested this in my faction. I think Mo maybe did. But, right, so, like, here, right, collection contest, I've got all the stuff, except for the last one, I'm done with it. So, checked out kind of there. Like, I'm almost 200,000 points over the solo contest. So, like, here's a great example. There is literally no reason for me to do this. And look at how many Blitz tickets I have for it. I have almost 100 Blitz tickets for it. There's no reason for this. Most suggested for the people that, like, overshoot the MLC. Maybe at, like, 600,000 solo points, you get an extra gold loot pull coin as, like, a stretch thing. 700,000 points, you get another gold pull loot coin. That would be pretty cool and would keep me interested in the solo contest points, right? Like, I just would love a shot. And that's, I don't think, horrible for the economy for the game when you look at what's in the gold pulls, right? Like, I obviously Indy is very rare, Snoop, but like, for me, just to mess around with, Tatanka would be cool. Our Truth would be cool. China would be cool. You know, like, just to mess around with. I'd take any of them. Like, so that would be super. I really actually want Nikki Cross gold, so I would love to pull her. So I would be down for that. It's not a crazy amount, but it's just something extra. And I don't think people would freak out like, ooh, I gotta hit 600,000 or I'm getting screwed. I'm actually almost 700k, Ken. And I was not trying. All right, Northern Mouth, let me go to Discord. Is it Northern Mouth, your Discord ID? It's my pendings. I have too many pending because I don't clear this out. Is it Mouth of the North? Mouth of the North? I think it is. Should be good now. Yeah, should be good now. Nikki can do a lot of interesting stuff. A little bit probably slow for my style with the stun build, but the stun build isn't going to lose, you know, ever. Probably. She's got a lot of stuff she can do, but she's got a gem damage build that really whaley. Yeah, B10. So Showdown, if that's what you're talking about, I am sitting on 17 energy still. Because I saved my energy for the end, so I should be able to make a really good push for the top 10 in Showdown this time. I play Showdown pretty different, though, generally speaking. And also, I don't play it the same every contest. It's different all the time how I play it. But typically, I can get very close to top 10 without spending a dime. Yeah, Chris, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it wouldn't. I'm not talking about taking anything out of the economy, taking anything away. That just might spice it up. Could also potentially do something like that in the collection contest, because like HD said, collection contest this month isn't that exciting. And with Ozzy, I mean, who wasn't tuned into the collection contest last month? I was like living and dying on those milestones, like every one of them, like, ooh, let's get this. My strategy for Showdown is to get all of the tasks done right away as early as possible, but as efficiently as possible, right? Like, so like I didn't even need all of my energy to finish every one of the Showdown tasks that I started with. The energy, I think it took me 11 energy to finish all of the Showdown tasks, period. I was done with all of them using 11 energy. Yes, B10. Absolutely. Promoters make a huge difference. 1000%. But my big strategy is not worry about the CSS, the points, and knock that out as efficiently as possible. Sort of. Usually, yes, but I play that by ear. So, like, if I have a streak that stays maintained, like, basically I attack people higher than me only. Once I'm done with the CSS, I only attack people with higher notoriety. And then when my energy runs out, I stop. After a couple hours, I check if my energy's regened and I still have my streak. I'll do 2 fights and continue with that streak, right? I accidentally claimed 1 milestone, which annoyed me, or I'd have a lot more energy right now. I thought all the bonus milestones didn't have energy. The first one did. So I would actually have like 29 energy or whatever it is more if I hadn't claimed that by accident. Which one idea? Combine? I would like a feature where old plates... That would be cool. Or like a plate recycle where you turn them in and you get tokens to trade in for a different plate. I'll tell you what, I would trade my drip plate in for a choice of whatever plate I wanted, 100%. I have 1 drip plate, I would turn that thing in a heartbeat if I could pick any plate I wanted with it. Honestly, I'd trade it for Bubba's glasses right now. I'd rather have Bubba's glasses than the drip plate I have. So yeah, but then Piper plate I have 4 of. I would rather have a 5th Piper plate than the 1 drip plate I have. Yes. 100%. I would use the 5. I use every one of the 4 Piper plates I have on meaningful, impactful people. And at the end of this month, I'll need more. So yes. Faster, better people than would go on a drip. Yep. Pyro gem plate. Escape artists are kind of doo-doo. Kind of doo-doo. Me too. Metal leveling is ridiculous. Just give me how much it costs to level it. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, HD. Yeah, HD, I'd be down with that idea 100%. I had 3 a few weeks ago. They've been in milestones for events, and I made sure I got them. I had 2 like a month ago. I have 4 now. Yes. They've been available in 2 events, and I snagged them both times. I took a Piper plate over recruiting Jade for my 3rd. That was a couple months, I think, now, because I have Jade. And my 4th was this month. Which event was it that had one in it? I think it was this month? Early this month. Or late last month. That was my 4th. But yeah, I would trade a drip for my 5th. Piper plates, when they're there, I will spend... Oh yeah, Aussie event, yes. I did not take... I took it over the Aussie plate, over a Jade plate. No, that I took the LA Knight plate. I took LA Knight plate in the Aussie one. The Aussie one, I took the LA Knight plate. That was different. Let's see. I don't want him to kill me is all. Sell side, I will not take that deal. But yeah, a plate recycle would be awesome. Yeah, Piper plate's so good. You had 1? Yeah, beginning of the month had 1. Yes, Sandel, thank you. Yeah, Professor. It depends. So moments, I'm like really hit or miss with moments. Like if it's somebody you're using, holy crap, there wasn't a blue gem? That's a first. I only hit one blue gem out of 28. Oh, because Sean destroys him, that turd burglar. But the plate'll bail me out. This is hell mode, so I'll actually use this one. He's gonna kill me. 11. Oh man, yeah, we're dead. He's gonna kill us. I'm too low health. He's definitely gonna kill me. Um, yeah, McMenemy. So in moments, I'm like, if it's somebody you will use religiously, like the same, and I'm the same way with gear, actually, because they're specific. Where a plate is generic, you can use a plate on anyone. So that's why I feel like a plate is like kind of good. A good plate is good forever. I mean, really, a good plate is good forever. Where it has no shelf life. Because they keep making the posters better, and then the plates stay relevant. You know what I mean? Whereas it takes a specific superstar. So like Regal is still going to be relevant. The only beef you can have with Regal is that maybe he's too slow for you, but he hits harder than everybody else. So Regal is going to stay relevant, right? Yeah, exactly, Professor. Exactly. And then by the same token, like if you have a moment, let's say like the moment for Indy is really, really good moment, and it's also good for the other ones. I would take that moment over a lot of gears, for example, but maybe not over every gear. It's very account specific, but generally, yes. I would say probably plates gear moment is I'm probably mostly there too. I think generally plates are almost always the play, almost always. Yes, there's not enough removal currency in this game. No, these are just plate. So something I've done did with Finn, I was trying to 3-star the last node of Marquis because I hate playing it a second time. I just want to do my auto clears, right? And I was trying to see if I could 3-star it with him. And so I opened a new strap and set up a green multiply build for Finn to see if it was any better. Slightly better. Um, but I just opened a strap for him in that case. We're not going to 3-star because we're not going to kick out. We could easily 3-star this thing. If I kicked out, we would have easily 3-starred. Metal bits is a constant struggle. Yes. Because usually you're swapping your metals so much you can't afford to level them up. And then when you do level them up, then you go into the negative. Super close to 3-star. If we got all our turns, that 3-stars it easy. So yeah. I agree, Professor. Like, honestly, I think you should get 5 free, 20 paid, 25 paid, something like that. And then just sell top-ups for them as well. That's a really good moment for Kyrie Noah. Yeah. And that's in the Showdown store too, so like absolutely. 100% McMenemy. There are a few exceptions where characters live forever, and that's as a trainer. Mello is never not going to be good. Mello will always be used. Always. You will never have a time where you're like, man, it sucks I have Mello on my roster. Anyway, Finn, without even trying, got me a 106 ranking. Without even trying. So, and he's just fast. So that's what I do with. I would just use Finn. You can do the same thing with all the multiply ones. That's awesome. 33 spec. All right. Let me see. Northern Mouth. What do we got? Okay. Cool beans. Acro mail. Everyone's problem. Yeah. Powerhouse and showboat mail are my concerns. Oh, nice. Get vaccine. You got the ladies in here too? They are. Ladies at the top. Oh, I'm jelly. You got some good stuff in their mouth. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh yeah, pin your giveaways, Professor. Pin your giveaways. Yes. Legend straps are super hard to get. Let's get that pinned. We'll be rating Professor as long as I don't have to leave slightly early, as per usual. He's got giveaways, so you can get free stuff. He's the nice giveaway streamer. Merrick's is the rude one. Okay. In a little bit, we'll do Northern Mouse roster dive. For sure, start by 3:30, maybe sooner. Answer on the forum. Yeah. I mean, like Scott, the thing for me is plate swaps. Just encourage creativity, right? Like, I think like part. I have more fun with this game trying things and theory crafting than I do playing it usually. You know what I mean? Like, oh, thanks, Teo. I appreciate that very much. That's nice of you to say. I think it's more fun to like, okay, this will work, and then test it out. And like, for me, it's great. I can just jump on the CC account and try whatever I want now, and that's really cool. But no one else can do that. You know what I mean? And like, and anytime somebody wants, generally on my streams, I'll run stuff the way they can run it to try and help them out. Merrick's is okay. Cable is the awesome one, except for when Cable's mad at you, HD. You probably don't think he's awesome sometimes. But yes, I have that's a thing. Cable is not always mad at you. Cable loves you. You just have said the wrong thing at the wrong time a couple times to him. No, I don't think there's any plans to change in-game names. I would imagine that people would probably do really annoying things if they could change their names. So you are. You definitely are. Also, to be fair, mine aren't always hard to push. I mean, eventually Derek, you'll win. Eventually Derek, you'll win. It's the law. It's the law of odds. Eventually, it all comes around, man. So yeah, we got anything you guys want to see either on my account, or the main account. I'm not gonna play, just so you know. No 130 straps, no Ghostbuster plates, none of that stuff. But within reason, I can do something somewhat interesting. Samu is not good at gold, man. Also, I've never really even played him, but you want to see what Steiner does? Steiner's kind of interesting. HD, make sure I do it right, because you are a Steiner enjoyer. You're a Steiner champion. Steiner interests me. Steiner actually interests me. Samu, not as much. I suck. What's the big count here? I gotta switch this one. There we go. Mae Young without anything outrageous, you can see on my channel. I 100% have a budget build for Mae Young on my channel with a 20% strap with Fury ones. So definitely not outrageous. I can use my CC account for not outrageous stuff. This is more, what can they do at gold? You want so 33 spec. The real reason I didn't even do a preview on Samu. I've never actually played him. We weren't allowed to do previews that month unless you were the one streaming it. So I've never actually touched Samu. So that's the real reason I don't want to, because I don't even know where to start. BPP doesn't work. But I do know he doesn't translate to gold because he's all move damage. Yeah, Chris. But 33 spec. If it's my stream and one of these days, yeah, we can do it. I just don't want to on the main account right now when I'm trying to figure everything out. Juggernauts. Okay. His moves matter too because of the leeches. One's got to go above the other. My brain has to process this because I don't use them all the time. This one is the one we want on top. This one goes on top, yeah? HD? No, this one goes on top? Okay. You sure? Okay. You play him all the time, you'd know. So, I don't have Zombie Orton. Biggest reason I've never taken him up is I still... one of 2 zombies I'm missing, and it's Zombie Orton, which is crazy. Still 200 shards away. That's super annoying. It's not like I haven't spent trying to get him either. BPP. We're going to use this one. Yes, Chris. I'm happy to run what you can run. Oh, Orton doesn't work? Orton should work. What are you talking about? Orton makes him make 7 random gems. It does matter. Otherwise, you don't make the whole board purple without Orton. Oh, it doesn't make extra leeches now? Yeah, it definitely shouldn't have ever... Yes, correct. Okay. I see what you're saying. Ah, okay. That's why you guys did it? Alright, like I said, I never played BPP. This is Woods, not Mellow. This is Woods. So 30% purple's good. Rosy Plate never did work. No. Rosy Plate never did work. So unless that started working, it won't work. What kind of strap you got, Chris? 50, hundo? What do you got? Cool. Okay. We'll just start here because it's got metals, and I'll go down if needed. This one. $50. Just in time. I'll run one with the 100 since it's set up, and then I'll put the 50 on. But not against an acro, because that's class advantage. So this is the 100, then I'll put the 50 on. Sometimes with these ones, it's kind of cool to see their order of operation when you slow it down. So the top one is doing its thing first, it looks like, but... So 51 mil with 100%. Okay. That was 51 mil with 100%. That's decent. HD. Is that low? With 100% is 51 mil low? You probably have better substats. than this account. And it is a buff, so... About right without steps, yeah. That's Bubba's glasses. Yeah, he's right. He's kind of... 51... oops, that's the wrong button. Yep. Don't touch the board. This is Woods. 100% strap. Bubba's glasses. No, as far as I know, no primary is going to help at this point. There's nothing for jugs. Nothing for purples, as far as I know, in the main. So you don't need a primary. This doesn't work. So yeah. Yeah, he's not bad. Especially as long as he's been around, he's not bad at all. Yeah, specs absolutely saved him. No surprise, he's got a buff, though. That was a lot bigger. Interesting. Why was that one so big? Did I get a purple cascade? I didn't notice. Did I get a purple cascade? That was like 10 million bigger. That shouldn't matter, should it? We should fill the board regardless, right? 7 and 7's 49? Make one random purple into leech. Don't... Oh, so he needs at least 7. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Make 4 random into purple at the end of the countdown. Order might still matter, actually. Depending on how his moves work. This is the one that put this one on top. Yeah. Because the top resolves first. We want this one on top. No, that one on top. This one on top? This one on top. I think we want this one on top. Yeah. $61 again. Why was that first one so low? Or one purpose. This one only has 3 purples. The leeches are not... How big are they? Where would combos kill them? They're only 129k. So I don't think it's the leeches. They're only 129k, so... I mean, you only get 7 of them, right? 1 random purple into leech gem, 129k. So best case scenario, you get 7 of them. So, like, they're 300k. So it can't be the leech gems doing the damage thing. No? Although there's no commas, so it's hard for me to read it. I guess I could scoot closer to my computer or put my glasses on, but neither of those are things I want to do. There we got 3 extra purples. And there's only 3 on the starting board. So why did that first... Anyway, whatever. 60 million. That looks better. That's 60 million 3 in a row. That's actually not bad. I've always said I would consider him if I get Orton. But without Orton, it's pretty brutal. No, he's not that slow. Not that slow at all. The nice thing is you're placing rows. They're a lot easier. But yeah, without Orton, it's not runnable for me, sadly. Orton is very cascade risky. Yeah, see, without Orton, it's pretty bad comparatively. You just don't get enough purple gems on the board. Yeah, Orton, he's okay. Like, if you're okay with cascade risk, best way to play Orton is with a Judgment Day plate. I don't have Zombie Orton. I haven't played him forever. But Judgment Day plate to nullify the cascade risk would play similar to, like, Tech Cody. Yeah, for sure. He's a good get. Awesome trainer too. Also, the one of the cool things about him, really cool things about him, is he covers WCW, NWO, Steiners, and Attitude Era. You want like he's got a ton of coverage for when there's Rex. He can cover a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So yeah, he's cool for that reason too. Are you still here? Are you around Northern Mouth? We can start looking at your Northern Mouth roster. Should be fun. You got some pretty good stuff. So should be pretty fun. And he missed a stretch because he retired and he came back recently. So he may have some interesting gaps, along with some really nice stuff. So yeah, BPP. He's been out what, like a year plus now? A year plus maybe, right? I think for BPP, which is pretty dang good. Powerhouse, honestly, until like especially just recently, Powerhouse has been pretty rough. Like in the 6-star gold, there's not a lot that translates. You got Austin, you got Cody, you got Drip Andre, um, and you got BPP. He's not bad, but he's not in their league, you know? So Powerhouse just kind of has been one they've missed a lot on, in my opinion, over the years. In particular, recently, other than like Cody and Austin. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, lady powerhouses are a travesty right now. Like, if there's a worse class in the game, I don't know what it is, in my opinion. Yeah, lady powerhouse is absolute train wreck. I don't think there's a worse class in the game. Yeah, yeah, Jabroni. Honestly, Zombie Liv is the best, and I don't think she's good. I have her at gold. I have 100% strap for her. All of her stars filled. I don't think she's good. She's barely usable to me, even with a 200% yellow boost. I didn't like using her. Are they? Who's Mia? Are they gonna redo Mia? Agreed, HD. Agreed. Who's Mia? I don't know who Mia is, B10. Do you guys know who he's talking about? They're gonna redo Mia. Oh, Naya. No, they won't redo Naya. We should get a new one though. Like, oh, way overdue getting a new Naya. There's no way they'll. Well, shouldn't say there's no way. They very rarely remake the characters, which is or like buff them, which is too bad because it's super fun. It's super fun. Yeah, they'll just get a yeah, probably HD, probably. I would imagine we'll get a Nia very soon at this point with how much she's been featured and whatnot. So, yep, yep. Very likely, Tito. Very likely. But yeah, Lady Powerhouse is just, ugh, not good. Not good. That's my least favorite class in the game right now, I'd say pretty easily. I think Lady Striker would be my, maybe not now with Naomi because Naomi's insane, but I don't have Naomi on my account. Northern Mouth, are you here? Zombies are super fun, HD. I always look forward to zombies. Often we've gotten new mechanics with zombies too. You know what I mean? Like, or if not new mechanics, a new training kind of thing. So you never know what you're gonna see with zombies. They're usually really innovative, creative. I love the artwork for them. Uh, so Scopely, if it's someone people know and they're decent, they'll make money. But to answer your question, they can make a trash taker and people spend for it. So I'm missing Tusos and Orton are those two zombies I'm missing. Tusos and Orton. Present? You want to start your roster then, Northern Mouth? You ready to do this? Also, you said Acro, Male, Powerhouse, and Showboat. Male is where your concerns are. More feud focused or boss or showdown or what? I'm 200 for Orton. Tusos, I think I'm like 400 and some. You're missing Sean HD? That's surprising. That actually, I figured you had them all HD. That's surprising. I feel like at this point, though, this year HD, we gotta get Sean and Orton like 3 years after the fact. There's no, that right? I mean, right? At this point, you think? Oh, I got you. I didn't. That, I think, was the zombie year I spent the least on. Was when those guys came out, but. Feud focused? Okay. Since you're happy with your ladies, we'll just start with your dudes. Let me make sure I have a window capture thing ready for this. Will this one work? Let's see. Hey, all right. So Northern Mouth, you can see, has a lot to work with. We'll just kind of scroll through the plates for highlights. I think he's gonna have most normalish stuff and maybe some really good stuff. So we got a tiara. It looks like that's on a Hall of Famer. I can't tell who. Possibly Kurt. Mr. Perfect, possibly. Another tiara on Wendy. Might be Wendy. But the head looked slightly different. Hogan on Hogan. Do you have Hogan gears, by the way? And moments while I'm thinking of it, because you said Powerhouse is a concern. Blue Bomber. Braid Blade. Can't tell who that's on. Doesn't really matter. There's a Titan on Seth. Lots of subby plates. Another Titan on Taker. Brutus Shears. Buddy. Nightmare plate on Macho. Good spot. He's got a drip, not equipped. That's hilarious. Very similar, probably, where I don't use drips a ton either. Or you just are in between. Oh, you got Ilya. Oh, nice. Titan on Braun. That's probably a Titan maker if I had to guess. Triple H. There you go. Another Cody. Nice. Restate. I'm telling myself no, and I hate that there's so much bundled in it right now. Because I really, really want the moment. I really want Naomi's gear. And very likely, if I did that spend, I would get both things. And Naomi. But it's a really big spend, but it'd be spending for 3 things. I just don't like doing it all at once. I'm not really comfortable in that range. I probably won't either, HD. I just not, like I said, I'm not comfortable in that range. The only place I really like the headband is Trish. Just for your purposes, Northern Mouth. I only really like this on Trish right now. Jade plate. I'm sorry, I got a little bit of cold to go with the back, so don't mind me. Interesting. Do I not see a Piper plate in here? Do you not have a Piper plate, Northern Mouth? I mean, plenty of people will do it for 300. They did it for Naomi for 300 the first time. Second time around is way more value than the first time. But, yeah. I know what you're saying. Not by me. Not by me. You can watch my preview before the gear was out. She wasn't a bust at all. If people can't see the utility of somebody that fast and how they can use them with 2 clicks, fair enough, B10. They don't know the game very well. Where am I missing it? Where is it? I was like, how do you not have a Piper plate? I feel like I missed it somewhere. Or it's not in here. I believe you. No gear for Hogan 3 moments. That's where I'm at with Hogan 2. It's actually not, Clay. Plates are huge. Gosh dang, Corey. Share. Oh, I'm missing your ultimates. That's why I don't see it. When you get a chance, will you send me the ultimates? I'll start looking at your roster. But when you get a chance, will you send me the ultimates? Thank you. Duh, they're all basic ones. Derp. I'm an idiot. Okay, so Acro, Male, Powerhouse, and Showboat Male. Well, you got Cody at Powerhouse, so I feel like you're probably good. Thanks, HD. The powerhouses that you have for options are Cody. We just saw BPP. Austin. Braun is inferior to all 3 of them if you have the right stuff. And Andre with drip. Those are like your guys. Sucko. Yeah, too bad, right, Corey? Roman's not bad, but he's so no cascade risk, and basically no cascade risk, and same thing with Austin, no cascade risk. So Roman can definitely hit hard, but he has cascade risk, and he's got to cycle it a few times. So, like with how I look at it, and he's talking for feud specifically, they don't keep up, right? Roman doesn't keep up. And Braun doesn't keep up with what he already has, to be honest. So his only real options are Powerhouse Austin, which I don't think he has. But Zombie Cody with gear would be up there too. But he needs a middle lane. Okay, opinion. I'm very opinionated. Easier? No. I feel like they will sell them more. So this is not inside info. This is the way I look at it. Indy, yeah, but not for feud, HD. Indy has been like a year out, and whales have been whaling for Indy for a year. Most of the whales have already gotten Indy or are sick of spending probably that way for her every time her loot comes out, I would think. You give everyone 1,200 shards of Indy, and then have people 800 shards away. All of a sudden, people that weren't spending will spend. Because now they're like, oh, it makes sense to pick up a few shards here and there to get Indy. Oh, there's a pull and it's got 50 bonus Indy shards, and I was thinking about doing the pull anyway. Now we'll do the pull. So my guess would be you'll start seeing $50 offers, 50 shards, $100 offers and pulls of Indy every so often. That would be my guess. There's really no reason to keep people at 0 shards because people like me are always just like, nah, not happening. See, like HD just said right there. Yep. So I think that's why the thing with Indy, 0 shard releases are great for them for a while. Then they just suck because none of the medium spenders are there. She's in the portal, 700,000 currency. Ah, there you go. Tiffy plate. There's the Piper plate. Okay, good, good. Jade plate. Awesome. Acolyte plate. Good stuff. Yeah. So that's my theory on Indy. I don't know if it's right or not. Yep, Zandel, she's in the elite loot, the 24-hour loot. Yep. So you get a chance for all the MLC people and Indy shards. That's a pretty attractive loot if you're not going to recruit those people, by the way. Because it's pretty much guaranteed to be all useful stuff, even if it's shards. So, Northern Mouth, you saw the tricolor video for Cody, yeah? That's like your best bet. You saw what we did with BPP. He would be after Austin. I don't think you have Austin. The only one you have that would be worth talking about would be Hall of Fame Andre with Drip, and I'm assuming you have Hall of Fame Andre with Drip. I haven't seen him yet. But, like, for feud, you're not going to use anyone else when you have Cody. I don't know if you have, yeah. I don't know if you have a affiliated powerhouse promoter, and you can use 2 powerhouses. If you can use 2, probably Cody and BPP or Andre, depending on your playstyle preference, and if you want to use your drift that's not equipped, would be what I would do. If you can only use 1, personally, I would do Cody, but I'm biased against Hall of Fame and Drip, so that's not a surprise. But yeah, like, he's okay, but Roman's probably better. Probably they're kind of similar, maybe not. I didn't play him much. KO can hit super duper hard. If you have a middle lane, technically you can get him no cascade risk with either the Mae Young plate or the Aussie plate. Gotcha, Northern Mouth. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, until you get, do you do the club pass? If you do the club pass, Roxanne should probably be huge for you. If you're not very close on shards, she's only 200k. So she's very reasonable. So is Braun Breaker if you don't have Braun Breaker. I would target them ASAP. And then Sherry and Mello, I think, are 550 guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're both 550. And I would go for those 2 after if you're missing them. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, how are you, bud? Let me double check and make sure we're good on trainers. Obviously, he's got a trainer he could go up. You probably just got him, actually. Macho's interesting. Not going to be fast enough for feud, but fun. Awesome, Ducky. Okay. Yeah, target Roxanne with your first 200k. Unless you're like a couple hundred shards away, then maybe you save it, you know? Let's see. Does he have Orton? Because he could, oh, he doesn't have Julius's glasses, though. And I don't know what his strap is. In the meantime, for Cody, does he have Orton? Let's see. Thank you, Bubba's glasses. I don't know what I called it. I always say it wrong. Did I say Julius's glasses? I probably said Julius's glasses because now I think of it, that plate needs to go on Julius in my head. That's literally how I think of that plate. That's Julius's plate. Before it was Steiner's plate. I called it Steiner's glasses because in my head I was always like, it's going on Steiner if I get that plate. Now it's Julius's glasses because if I get that plate, it's going on Julius. That's how dumb I am. No Orton, so BPP's out. No Zombie Orton, so no BPP. Don't level him. I would say, honestly, Andre would drip. I would say Andre would drip, probably. Yeah, would probably be your best backup to Cody. And then, if you didn't want to do that with your drip, Braun Breaker. You can do it without his gear, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, HD, the gear just makes it easier. If I, actually, here. No, this has the gear. You can. Okay. Gear makes it easier. I've never played him, but I mean, like, a bunch of good feuders swear up and down. I took mine gold recently. I have one gear. I keep telling myself I'm to mess around with the drip build, but then I end up not caring. Ever. Because, you know, me and drips and Hall of Famers. But, supposedly he's really fast and really good. Long story short. He's like a better Braun, right? Powerhouse Braun. He's essentially a better Braun. Is the comparison I was kind of given for him with the drip. You have all the gear for Andre. Okay, he's got all the gear. And a Northern Mouth, we're doing fine on time, and since Powerhouse is important for you, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing anyway, never miss a chance to be stupid. That's my motto. What kind of strap you got for him, Northern Mouth? I have no idea how to even play this. I've never one time played his drip build. I haven't played Hall of Fame Andre in years, actually. Like, no joke. Unless he was required at a low level, and then I probably just use a sub. Cross break, reds, increase your red gem damage. That seems pretty straightforward. You're going to have to run... Do you have... You need double black MP for this? What's this 2 gears do? Let me see. 2 MP, perfect. 2 MP, so we need 7 for 9. So we're going to use Woods for sure, and then it's got to be, what's his face, yeah? Priest? For 2 black, 1 multi? No, doesn't matter. Tori. Yep, it doesn't work on him anymore. So not, yeah. So, no, don't we want red gem damage. No, we need black MP. It doesn't matter, though. But we want red gem damage. Any 2 black MP, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Does not matter. Because we're not breaking black gems. And I would say, I'm assuming we want Zombie Bianca? Or, like, Roman? Is Roman? No, Roman's purple. Who else does reds these days? Chelsea is move damage. Bianca's 3. Honestly, wouldn't you go, I think 4 is enough. As long as you can do 4, I think it's enough. I'm just guessing here. I think 4 would be fine. Just looking at what I think I'm going to do, question mark. I think I know exactly what I want to do now. Hey, oh, where's Burgle Schnitzel guy? Oh, what kind of plate did you? 50%. Perfect. 50%. Perfect. Last watch. Real break. Countdown. Where is frickin' Priest, man? If I go by Zombie Priest, yell at me. Oh, this works. Carrying cross. Doesn't matter. 30% gem. Anyone with 30% gem. We don't care. All the same. Cody. Yeah. I. That's who you use? Okay. Thanks, HD. So, my question is, does he hit hard enough where you can just play fast and not worry about the red placements? I want to try that first. I'm not going to go for max damage first. I'm going to try and play it fast first. So I'm just going to set the cross breaks so a row break blows up the whole board. I know it's probably better off to place the reds on the multiplies. It does, so you can't play it fast? Okay, I can do that then. Too bad. All right. I'll use the buff first then and get the drippies out. The drippy boys out. I'll use the buff first, and then I'll set the cross breaks, and then I'll use the reds. That should make it the easiest. And I think did you have one of those gem chucker ultimates? You do have red to black. Black to red would be better if you ever get one of those, I think. But probably not necessary. Alright. If they really do need to be on the reds, I trust you. Saying that, I will not just set the row break quickly then. So we're going to use the buff. And then I'm going to do the cross break. You could use Roman Shades on this, I think, yeah. I don't see why not. Let me think about this for 1 second. I like that. Yeah, I should do the cross breaks before the buff. You're right. I can see it. And then any of them? Maybe I should use 2 generate reds, actually. That might be faster in some ways. And I don't need a row break. There are too many glasses. Is that 46? That seems disappointing. Let me try that again. What are we talking about, Corey? What? Indy prize, well, you're not getting anything good unless you're spending a metric crap ton. You are right, Ducky Schultz. That was 46. I feel like this is going to be better. With more reds. Who else makes reds? Thank you. Just right here. I see what you're saying. Just right here. Actually, better. No reds down here. Much better. I think we can change back to cross with that little tip from HD. And then just try not to make a match, if you're me. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Ah, no, way too many reds. Way too many choosing for this. Nah, nope, nope, nope. We're going back to the gem damage trainer for sure. Yeah, yeah, I knew it. I don't like this at all. I know. Yeah, see, I don't like it at all. 54 million. Okay, give me a second. I do not like this at all. Too much glowing. Yeah, I'm not playing this. Ah. Oh, Gumsy. Get out of here. Yeah, don't like. Do not like. It really is. It's everything I don't like. It's a Hall of Famer, it's a drip plate, and I have to click way too many buttons in Cascade on a multiply. It is. It's like Merrick's Bane. I see the value of it for sure. It's just not my flavor per se. Oh my gosh, Gumsy. Did you just Moby Dick? Did you just Wait, that sounds really wrong, but did you just Moby Dick me? I think I just got Moby Dicked, guys. So, that's faster. And I didn't screw it up. How hard does that hit? Why do you guys like this so much? Oh my gosh, Chris, I would. I played that one right, I think. Like, fairly quickly. All the reds went on multiplies. 57 million's not bad. Why do you guys like this one so much? I don't see it. With feud step? Yeah, that's fair, but I still... It's a lot of effort for 65 million. We're talking minimum effort. I'm the opposite of Deadpool. Minimum effort. That was a bad board, 44. Okay. You stopped using after you took BPP up? It's certainly usable. I don't know, Northern Mouth, what do you think? It's your character, your play style, you tell me. It's getting easier though. Every time I do it, it's getting easier. For sure. You definitely don't want the extra reds, it's super juicy. A lot of people use Andre Jabroni. Same though. I'm with you. But a lot of people apparently use Powerhouse Andre. It's definitely getting easier as I do it, but call me Ishmael Drip Player. I love you, Gumsy. You crack me up, man. You crack me up. Like, legit. The drip nerf really hurt him. Okay. So that's... BPP you can't run unless you get Orton. Andre's definitely better. Dakota and Solo, yeah. It's definitely better than BPP without Orton. BPP with Orton's better. Hi, Uni. How are you? I absolutely would. How have you been, Uni? Yeah, Northern Mouth. I don't know if we're helping your powerhouses just yet. Honestly, Sammy can do about 45 if you fill all of his stars and get really creative. Roman's glasses, I think he can get 50s, but he doesn't have Roman's glasses. I feel like Braun. What kind of strap? Do you have 100% strap for Braun, Northern Mouth? Powerhouse Braun would be the other option. Yes, KO with the middle lane. Yes. Fine. I'll give you KO with the middle lane. The resolve takes a while. Northern Mouth, you know how KO plays. That's your call. But yes, KO as well. The rest of them probably aren't worth talking about. Yeah. That's like your options. And you can kind of pick the one you like the most, but I don't see anyone else that would be better than those. Whale setup is either the Tiffy plate or the LA Knight plate. He's really good with either of them. Actually. I just haven't done the video yet. KO can get away with just being silver. Yeah, Jabroni. The thing is, he doesn't have Roxanne for Cody yet, is his real problem. Honestly, Northern Mouth, the best advice is get Roxanne. Yeah, is Tiffy plate and LA Knight plate, Uni, and then he can, like, turn 1, 0 Cascade risk any showboat, and even non-showboats probably most of the time. Cody's the real answer with Roxanne, but to hold you over, I think you could do Braun. You can't really do BPP without Orton. You could do if you have the resources, meaning the Hall of Fame tokens, hold Hall of Fame tokens. Andre won't hurt you at all, so there's really no reason not to. And he certainly can hold you over till you get Roxanne, probably. And then Braun is really the other one, I think, or KO, right? So Braun, KO, or without glasses, we didn't play him AK6. He was hitting about 60 with it and 100% strap and Orton. Without, I would imagine it's more like 50 or 55. But I could be wrong. We did hit 150 with the 100% strap, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I don't know. Does that even help you, Northern Mouth, on your powerhouses before we move on? Hall of Fame, the old ones, you're in a good spot. Yeah. The only really good Gumsy, I played it on this channel once at gold. Let's see if it's still saved in the setup. Let me look real quick. Because it's actually really cool, but it needs Roman's glasses is the downside, and those are super rare. I don't have any of those on Merrick's. But it needs Roman's glasses, and then if I have time after we're done with this roster review, Brother Ray, I happily will. I love Braun, so I'd be happy to. Usually, Braun will do between like 45 and 55 with the right setup with 100% strap, though. It just depends on the board. He's a little RNG dependent, but he's still pretty solid. Northern, for sure. Yes, I do. I do see why you're confused. Once you get Roxanne, you won't be confused at all. You'll just use Cody Tricolor and never play anyone else. You know what I mean? So, to be fair, though, actually, I didn't do any video on Cody other than the Roxanne setup. Cody does have other playable builds for you, Northern Mouth. And I'm pretty sure... Did I see a Sheik plate in here? Several Sheik plates, right? I see you have one on Ilya. Ilya probably honestly doesn't need the Sheik plate. Cody does have a decent move damage build with his green buff and triple green with a Sheik plate. So when you lose 99 MP, you honestly probably could just run Cody that way and not stress about it. Really. It was like 5 clicks or something, but that would be awesome, Mooney. That would be awesome. Sadly, Ducky Schultz, pains me to say it, Acro Sammy is really, really mid. Without a middle lane, you can do about 45 million with major Cascade risk. With middle lane and Sherry, he can do about 60 to 70, but it's really big Cascade risk and a middle lane, and he's not, when you have a middle lane or a top lane, you don't want to put somebody risky in that spot. So I can't really advocate for that. Like, you're better off just not running an acro at that point, in my opinion. His Merrick's proof build does like 35. Gotcha. Northern Mouth. Sammy needs a moment in the worst possible way, yes. If you didn't need a middle lane and he could do 70 million with Cascade Risk, that would be much more acceptable. Like, Scopely tends to put people out that are like 70 million with Cascade Risk, or, you know, 50 million without. It's this the good ones that do different things. Yeah, Northern Mouth, like, I don't know. But do you know Cody's green moveset? Yeah, his price point was like, for what he cost and stuff, he should have been better. Nice, Noah. Wes is very good with the moment. Very, very good. Are you familiar with the Cody move damage setup, Northern Mouth, by the way? And do you have a move damage strap for Tex? Or for Powerhouse, I mean. I'm sorry. And now let me look at Showboats. I love Showboats. Well, we're asking. Okay, so you have Regal with the Piper plate. Obviously, you know what he can do. You're fine damage-wise. You have a Nightmare plate. Do you have 100% strap for Taker? Cody triple green. If at gold, Noah, I would say yes. The answer is yes. He does need the Sheik. Or you're going to have to cycle again. Waller, do you have any gears for Waller? Not that it really matters if you have a big gem damage strap for Taker. Sheamus with the moment can do some things, but Regal's better in every way. Regal's faster and hits harder. So, like, faster, though, I'm not really seeing anything faster than Regal yet. Definitely not LA Knight. Ray actually can be faster than Regal. Hall of Fame Ray. But Regal's safer. Ish. Not safer. Regal hits harder? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Do you have one gear for Ray? He only needs one. But if we're talking about feuding, Taker or Ray, besides Regal, is it. No one, Ducky Schultz. Hey, Gungi, how are you? And I'll tell you why. So Rock's Finery is great on anyone that makes botches. What Rock's Finery does is makes bad people win, and you don't do damage. So you score less points. So to me, it's a tour plate. In Showdown, you get less points if you don't do all the damage. In Feud, you get less points if you don't do all the damage. So Rock's Finery is one of those plates that you equip if you want to score less points in Feud and Showdown. So to me, it actually has negative value. It's strictly a tour plate. It doesn't help you in boss. It only helps for bad people to win. Now, if you had somebody like, say, Naomi, without the moment, and you don't have good gear for Naomi or anything, somehow you have an ultimate strap in the Rock's Finery, you could run her botch setup and win quickly on like 30 million damage, but you're giving up points. So I would take any plate before that plate. No, it won't make up for the damage points, because you should be setting your roster up so everybody wins quickly. You don't want to use somebody that wins quickly with no damage. That's just not a good combo. You want it in a bag? Yeah. So the best botch damage person you have, it's fine on. Right? Oh, I hope you enjoy Bash at Berlin, Gungi. That'll be awesome. Don't mind me. I hate that plate in the biggest possible way. That's a really good goal, HD. I run smaller than you. I like running 7 or 8. I don't like running 9. That's a really good goal. Basically, if you can get with your, like, in between matches, if you can get around 45 seconds, like, including switching your guys, that's, like, perfect. That you can leaderboard with that, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. But, the real answer is, Ducky, anyone with botches, it's gonna help pretty easily win. I just am adamantly opposed to those. What? Yes, leaderboard and still sleep for 7 hours. At that pace, you can sleep for 7 hours and still leaderboard. Um, what are you talking about, Chris? Yeah, Ducky, it like I'm just very anti that plate in general. Obviously, it's great on a ton of people. Like, but the reality is you don't want to take damage away from yourself. So don't go out of your way to get a plate like that. This is just my opinion, of course. It doesn't make it right. If I had one, personally me, I would put it on a lady. There you go. That's exactly the kind of thing I would do. I would put on a lady with botches because my men are all so fast. I would never even remotely think about it. Actually, at this point, my ladies probably are fast enough that I wouldn't do it either. But I would say the majority of rosters putting that on someone like Powerhouse Bianca would be clutch. Actually, that's a great spot for it. Okay, Northern Mouse 60% probably won't get it done for Taker. Dang, Chris. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd leave the faction. I feud with the size I want. Usually, it's for me, it's usually 7 or 8 is my sweet spot. I do not like running 9. 7 or 8, I feel like, is the best mix of good points and easy wins. It's different than the Judgment Day plate. Judgment Day plate is a safety net, but you're not using it to win with bad people, in my opinion. That's just like if you cascade, you know what I mean? I don't use a Judgment Day plate to mess with anyone. I use a Judgment Day plate, or was using it, to negate cascade risk. Now I don't really care because I just don't use people that cascade. Exactly, HD. That's why I don't like running it. Yes, I do CSS first, get it over with, and run very small. Me and my partner both run our CSS right away. If he finishes first, he runs a tiny lineup, and I finish my CSS. If I finish first, I put 4 like 5K people in, and he takes both lines and finishes his CSS. CSS is the worst thing about Feud. Northern Mouth, I really think Taker with a 60% strap is kind of out for what I'm looking at. Hall of Fame Ray would be your other one, but it does require a Piper plate and Braun Breaker. It's tricolor. It's very good. Hits for about 65, 70 mil consistently, and super easy. No cascade risk, no excessive clicking. It's just put your stuff down and swipe. But I don't know if you have Braun Breaker. But Showboats, yeah, you do have Braun Breaker. Yeah. Do you know the build? Yeah, I know. I've actually ran into you guys. Me and Arrogant have ran into you guys when you're doing CSS, I think, before. Yes. The only downside, my partner almost always stops at 100 million. So if I'm chasing a leaderboard, I don't have a partner for 90% of my feud. So that's a bummer. But yeah. And I don't check my straps. 100% you can move to Taker. Okay, that's worth me showing you then, bud. So if you guys are wondering why this is a little bit different roster review, It's because he doesn't need help with very much. It's only a few specific classes, and he has a lot of options. So I'm trying to show him what they play like so he can decide. And also, I know that he's somebody that will acquire new stuff as time goes on, and he has stuff to play with. Like you can see, he does have 100% strap for Taker, so it's probably a little bit different roster dive than normal, but I feel like this is the best way I can help him, if that makes sense. Hopefully it is helping him. No, I have no interest in that. Honestly, I don't think feeding works that well anyway. What I want is people to stay out of my way. Meaning, if you finish your line quick, and if you don't finish your line quick, let me finish it without freaking out at me. I will. If I finish first, I'm taking your line every time. That's just the way I play. If you finish before me, you should take my line every time. It's just faster. I want you to take my line if you finish first. It actually is more points for me. I will take your line every single time if I finish first and finish that last one off, especially if there's one. Because if there's only one, in the time they're loading, it comes up that you can fight it while they're still loading, right? In the time they're loading, you basically can clear it and jump into the next match. Me and my partner, whoever finishes first, just finishes the line, and it does not cost you any points. It's faster to finish your teammate's line all the time. Always. The dumbest rule a faction can have, and you tell your faction leader Merrick said you're stupid, is having a no line jumping rule. Every time I see that, I'm like, tell me you don't know how to feud more. Tell me you don't know how to feud more. That's the dumbest rule ever. That's just like toxic masculinity. I don't need anyone's help. I'll do it myself. Like, seriously. The best thing you can do, if even, like, 100%, like, if you can't win quickly, don't go into the match with somebody not quick. You're better off, like, if you're going against somebody and they're just like one of those people that do all this really dumb stuff, just get a new match. Clear them ASAP and get a new match. If you take longer than like a minute and a half to clear something, certainly do not start a line if your partner's almost done. Especially if there's somebody that's chasing a leaderboard. Making somebody sit for 12 minutes because you don't know what you're doing is rude AF. That's the thing people don't think about. In feud, it's not about you. It's all you and the person you queued with. So if you're slow, you're making someone else wait. That's rude AF. You need to be conscientious of the other person. So you can't just be like, I'm doing everything myself. I don't care how long it takes. Anyway, I'll get really worked up about that. There is a lot of stupid feud rules. I tell people, like, if I think everyone in my faction knows if they queue with me, I will jump their line every single time. Yeah, for sure, Chris. I mean, if I beat 8 people and you still haven't beat 3 people, then you sure as heck better not be mad when I jump your line. Yeah, do not fall asleep. If you fall asleep, you basically HD. Would you say when you're cruising at a good pace, you can make like basically 1,000,000 points a minute, not counting queue times. But literally, you can make, when you're feuding at a good pace, you can make 1,000,000 points a minute. Not depending how fast, like queue times is a whole different thing. So if you make me wait 12 minutes, you cost me 12 million points. That's a lot. A lot. That adds up really fast. Really fast. Like, people just don't know how to feud. They don't. And I'm not even a great feuder. I'm an okay feuder. I have a good roster. But I am not stupid. So it helps. It makes up for being a bad player. A good roster and not being stupid makes up for being a bad player. Never thought about it, those terms. Now I'm mad? What are you mad about, Spider Guard? And I'm blunt, so, you know. Exactly, jabroni. I don't feud for leaderboards very often. When I do, I'm definitely not nice. Like, if you waste my time, I will tag you. Like, I don't care who you are. Don't do it. Please. It's super rude. I get really amped up about this. Yeah, we really are HD. We think about the game actually as many times as I like argue with you or whatever. We actually play this game super similarly. Super similar. And have very similar philosophies. You and I don't care if they're super rare. We don't care if they're paywalled or not. We just want to win quickly. You're pretty good about not having bias. That's one of the things I like about you the most. Yeah, hashtag Ridge, man. Never forget. Rarity bias is a major thing in this game. It 100% is. Gumsy, you and I just want to drip plate everything. Oh my gosh, restate. How often do you guys think that I fell asleep is a lie? By the way, how often do you think that's actually a lie? And they just don't want to admit that they, sucked. I've always wondered that. Did they really fall asleep? Did their baby really wake up? No, I am not saying Pyro Princess is good. Yes, I have streamed feuds in the past. I think I streamed a decent chunk of one I leaderboarded when I was at PDX Land. But I don't stream very often because it's on the weekends. Basically, if Mrs. Merrick's is playing a video game like we are, like Fallout 76, and we're really into it, she doesn't go to bed early. And then I don't go to bed. We go to bed at the same time. If she goes to bed early on a feud weekend sometime, I will stream some of my feuds so you guys can see it. But most of the time, I don't care about feud. I only care when I care. What's up, Sandel? Yeah, I'm an early MMO player too. EverQuest, KV. I played EverQuest. That was my jam. From EverQuest to Dark Age of Camelot to World of Warcraft, back to Dark Age of Camelot, back to World of Warcraft, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Lord of the Rings Online. I met Mrs. Merrick's on Lord of the Rings Online, actually. Final Fantasy Online, both versions. Dark Age of Camelot again. World of Warcraft again. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic again. I played most of them. 17 years, Clay. 17 years in October. This is not KP. Final Fantasy is a really good MMO. Really good MMO. It's the raids are much more difficult than WoW raids. You have to move nonstop. All right, sorry. I got slightly sidetracked, Northern Mouth. I'm being a really crappy person for you here. Oh, Northern Mouth. Do you have this moment? This moment brings him up a whole nother effing notch, by the way. Chris, Mrs. Merrick's is my best friend. We're both playing a ton of Fallout 76 right now. Technically, Clay, I call her my wife. We've never gotten married. So if you want to know how it all went down, I met her, so it would have been probably 18 years ago, not quite 18, 17 and a half years ago. We were in the same faction in Lord of the Rings Online. And back then there was no voice chat or anything. I just assumed everyone was a dude in their parents' basement eating Cheetos. You know, it's actually not far off, Sandel. So I found out, well, the person claimed they were going through a divorce and had 3 kids. So true or not, I was not interested. But anyway, for the longest time, I thought they were a dude, and we would happen to be doing stuff together, and I just assumed they were a dude, like I assumed everyone was a dude, and they were pretty good at the game, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, after a while, found out they were going through divorce. I'm like, whatever, don't care, probably aren't, sort of thing. Anyway, long story short, eventually at some point, I don't know how, but they added voice chat to the game, I think. I want to say, and she actually was a lady. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but you know, divorcing woman with 3 kids. Nope. Not interested. Okay. That's fair enough, Northern Mouth. This is a free built-in what's-her-face, Sherry. I didn't check. Do you have Sherry? Let me check. You do have Sherry. Perfect. You gotta get Sherry to silvers, though, for her trainer to be maxed. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, Chris. Pretty much. Anyway, she had 3 kids, so not interested. But they were super cool, right? So I played the game with her a bunch, and she was super cool. And we talked, and I wasn't interested in her because, you know, divorced woman with 3 kids. Who's going to be interested in that when you're 27 years old? No. Hard pass. Any purple MP works. And do you have Zombie Dragon? I'm bouncing all over. Good luck keeping up with this conversation. Or Booker T. If not, then it's Powerhouse Hogan. I'll tell you what, it does make a difference. If you have Zombie Dragon, that extra gem makes a difference. Cool. Good. If not, Powerhouse Hogan. If Zombie Dragon, 10 is perfect. So also keep in mind, +4 on the multiply is a big deal. I think these are like X10 or 14 or something. Anyway, it's easy to figure out how much more it adds because the math. So, where was I? Okay, anyway, fair enough, Northern Mouth, no problem. We'll do it this way. Then you're going to put the cross breaks out for extra damage. So, okay, her kids, when I met her, so we've been together 17, would have been like 2, 4, and 6. Right? So, long story short, how I want to do this. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Not ideal. I already did this wrong, by the way. You can do this way better. I wasted 1 gem. I should have put this here. I wasted a gem. We're gonna do a row break here. Ba-doop. And we are gonna do a row break here. And we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna change those to yellow as well. That's 45 million doing it poorly. Obviously, times 4 bigger multiplies, you're going to hit like 60. The benefit to this is it's a showboat that doesn't need a Piper plate. If you have Dragon, 2 yellows in each row is great. That was a bad board, and I played it poorly. And you can also use Roman's glasses on this, and it gets harder as well. Salad's awesome. Roach is great too. I actually really like Roach. But Salad's doing super well. He got his first coding job a little while back. So he's been doing a ton of coding and whatnot. Family is very good. This is perfect. That's 53 mil? Yes, Noah, it does. First bonus milestone in Showdown does. So, the more we played the game, she was just like super cool. And so we just hung out like friends. And one day I like just, it hit me like a ton of bricks that I liked her. Like, I didn't like her. I loved her. Like, literally out of nowhere. Like, I was like, what the heck? I made the mistake of telling her. Pissed her off so bad. I'm not smooth, right? She didn't talk to me for like 2 or 3 days because I was supposed to be safe. Last thing she wanted was a relationship. But to be fair, I thought it was the last thing I wanted. How are you, Concrete Man? Anyway, I'm kind of stubborn. So I basically just didn't give up. And now we've been together 17 years. 52 mil. So I went out to visit her. I was gonna stay a weekend. Exactly, Gumsy. I stayed 2.5 weeks. Went back to Minnesota. That's 100%, Jason. Went back to Minnesota for 5 days. Fit what I could fit in my car. Moved out here for good. No place to stay, no job, didn't know anyone. Basically, all my friends said I was insane. She was just using me. But 17 years later, turns out I was right. She hates wrestling, which is even more funny. She likes to say, if she had known I liked wrestling, she would have never even talked to me. But for my birthday, she got me front row seats to Portland NXT TakeOver. Main event was Ciampa and Adam Cole, baby. So yeah, Northern Mouth. Taker, pretty good option. Ray hits harder, but you need a Piper plate. I have a video, I think, with Ray, my top video, that will that'll show you how hard Ray hits with the setup that you can run. So Regal's the easy answer, Northern Mouth. Gumsy. No, that I was no, but that's funny. Regal's the easy answer. Waller is just boss battle, and he's super good at boss battle. He has feudable builds, but if you're talking for feud, it's no contest. I would go Regal first. Regal, you put a Piper plate on Regal, nothing else really matters. How good was it, Chris? The match? Did it live up to what you hoped? Regal gears make it easier, but he doesn't need them. Hit right on, Clay. But I would take Regal out of the 3. No, Sandman, I closed it down because people were just being too toxic, and it's the best thing I've done. Awesome. Awesome. I will get caught up before Bash at Berlin. That's fair, Jabroni. Honestly, Jabroni brings up a good point. If you have a decent gem strap, or if you have Maxine in gear, Regal can take golds out at silver. I think, or if you have Drew. If you have Drew, and not a good strap, he can take out golds. You do have Drew. Yeah, dude, you set up Regal, right? You can probably take out golds at silver. I don't think you even need to take him out, to be honest. Gable is so good. So good. Acro Snoop, yes, he can. Yeah, Regal's much faster. But yes, Acro Snoop can. Regal's Merrick's proof, which I love. Maxine is ridiculous too. Absolutely. On her own. No, Chris. I wouldn't. You have to use a submission. I can't see a situation where I would ever run a situation in feud. For tours, sure. I love subs for tours. I'm the opposite for tours the way I am for feud. Maxine, I had up earlier. I'm actually I would use Mellow potentially, but only as a requirement. But I'd use him triple yellow for sure. Maxine, I think I'm 265. 240, 35. 235 away on Maxine. 235. Okay, Northern Mouth. I think that's the best two showboats for sure. Regal you can win with. No, he just wanted help mainly with powerhouses, showboats, and acros. So I started with the powerhouses. We've made it to the showboats so far. He knows what he's doing for sure. Yeah, so Sandman, like I miss a lot of the stuff about it very much. And it sometimes I'm still super sad that all those years in work and the people that enjoyed it that I shut it down. I've been way happier though. Discord has been some of the most stress for me the game has ever caused. So people are always upset and they always want you to fix it. And I can't really fix anything because I don't work for Scopely, you know? And that gets very frustrating for me as I like to fix things. Yeah, I think those two are definitely your best option, Northern Mouth. But um, you know how to play Regal right, right? Like with what's his face, Drew, the two stacks. So you double it up with the Piper, get it to proc twice. He should do like 70, 80 million for you probably at silver. Thanks, Sandman. That's awesome, Jason. That's a heck of a pull. Yeah, I'm definitely not as cranky, Ducky. I have way more patience right now. I don't know if did I don't know if I showed you enough there, Northern Mouth, on the showboats. You let me know. I also was distracted with Merrick's story time. Bunch of random stuff a lot of people probably TMI for, but no, I get it, Jason. It is a lot of clicks. It's unfortunate. Which Ray is less clicks. Have you seen the Ray build? I can run it if you want me to. I'm happy to run it right now. What kind of strap you have for Ray? I'll run it. It's less clicks. It's the least clicks. But it does take a Piper plate. It's actually, I think, faster. Pretty sure it's faster than Regal, right, guys? It just doesn't hit as hard. He has brawn. He does have brawn. I already checked. Oh, ProFresh. I don't know. There's so much RNG with those bags too. I seem to be averaging, I'd say 150 to 175 from the bags. It really, you could get lucky and hit a big bag. Like the spending is there. You can see. You can buy the medallions relatively not super expensive. There's a bunch in the spend event milestones. If you want a Piper plate, you can get there. probably, I would guess for less than 100, but don't quote me on that. Also, it depends how you do in Showdown, because both Showdown leaderboards have points in them. Uh, it really depends. But like, for example, you've been using a lot of Ray for Stip Tour. Here, not showing up. Why you no show for me? What kind of strap you got, bud? For Ray. Oh, Chris, I really want a fifth. This seems so weird to say. I could immediately use a fifth Piper plate. But yes, I am, simply because so fast to two-click and feud. So yes, I am. So just for example, ProFresh, $20 spent is 1,800 medallions. $40, this is total. $40 spent is another 1,200. So that's 4,000 medallions. And if you're doing $20 buys on those, you get 2,000 medallions on the fourth one. So like 80, this is not counting what you'd get in the game. So if you spent $80, the $70 milestone also has 1,300 in it. So that's 50. That's 7,300 tokens, not counting what you bought in the prize packs. So 7,300 extra for spending $80 if you spend it right, plus whatever you get. There's $19.99 offers right now. I think they have 600 medallions in each one. There'll probably be better ones tomorrow. Can't guarantee that. Yeah, 5 left. Limit 5, 600 in each of those. So that's another 2,400. That's like, we're already at like 10,000 bonus medallions on $80, for example. So the Piper plate's 26,000. I don't know if you're plus you're getting more milestones. I don't know. It depends on your RNG bags, but I would say I bet it's close to 80 to 100 could get you one, probably. But also, there's a good shot I can get close to that free with Showdown. So it depends where you get. 40%? Okay, 40 is a little bit low. I think I can run a 50 or a 20. Would you rather see it with a 50 or a 20? This account has a 50 or a 20. I can run either. You tell me what you'd rather see. It's still big enough, probably, but I'd rather run it. 3K, so yeah, and it's the low part so far, so it's really hard to say. It's gonna come down to how many bonus milestones you get, how's your RNG and stuff, but it looks like there's gonna be decent offers, ish. So I would bet somewhere in the $100 ballpark without knowing your roster, how you do, what your faction does, how you do in Showdown. Could be substantially cheaper. Yeah, restate, I get that. Let's run it with 50. You got it, bud. I think 50 is... We can hope. There's check the Ruby market for sure. If there's medallions in there, I will be all over those. Oh, my back is killing me. Usually, if there's a cheap way to get stuff, I can figure it out. Usually. Because I am a cheap mother that doesn't like to spend. I've actually bought rubies a few times when the market was good enough to justify it, jabroni, but I don't like doing it either. That's another good point with the ruby market. Buy it in $20 stacks if the stamps are something good for you. Like if you want to get to those medallions and you're not sure what to buy, you could always hit rubies. If you don't like any of the other offers and the ruby market's good. Yeah, Ducky, if you can get Indies gear, oh boy, that is some good stuff. I don't think Ray needs a primary plate for this one, by the way. So you could do something fun to add more damage that got yellow gems if you wanted to. Oh no, he does. Use a nightmare plate for this. I lied. Nightmare plate, which you have. Nightmare plate, because we're going to put multiplies out. You don't really need it, but I'll do it without first. Right, Chris? I'm saying. I want the Naomi gear. I want another Piper plate, and I want Julius's glasses. That cool 100 million will do me. If you don't have a Piper plate, jabroni, I'm telling myself no repeatedly, but the fact, no, I haven't already went for at all. The fact that you would get Naomi, her gear, and the moment all in one is really tempting. Yeah, the gear is so good. You can run Bubba's glasses on Muda, absolutely, B-Rock. He doesn't need it, but it's absolutely can. We're gonna do this without first. I'm sorry. If I haven't told you guys, what's 300? Yes, Naomi's 300. I'm just not comfortable with $300 spend. 100% jabroni, but literally, she's the best. Not even lady. I think she's the best feuder in the game with her gear right now. Like at gold, I can't predict like 7-star or what comes next, but it's kind of insane. What do you mean, Clado, lowest rated superstar? I don't understand what you mean. This is the tricolor we want. No cross breaks to screwed up. Lowest talent? King Macho, he's like 700 or 800. No plans on taking him up. He's fodder I throw in for blitz. Yeah, Ducky, it's just so much. That would equal the most I ever spent at one time. For Bray. Muscle Man Bray. So I can't see me doing it, to be honest. It's Braun Breaker, and it's... Woods, right? Yeah, Braun Breaker Woods. Anyway, you don't have Zombie Gunther, do you? I messed my back up really bad, so I'm having a very hard time concentrating if I get out of what I'm doing because my back hurts and it distracts me. So I haven't made a lot of videos because I'm kind of struggling, and so I feel like I'm all over the place. So when I'm bouncing between questions, I'm even less. No Zombie Gunther. Okay. Do you have Mem? I don't think you have Mem either. That's fine. Get Brett. Brett would be good. Don't think you have new Bretsky. Maybe? I feel like you probably have new Brett, but I don't see him. It's fine. We have options. Doesn't have to be multiply people because we're making yellows. So it's not as bad as it might sound like. If you have Brett, nice, Ducky Schultz. Oh, use Strowman? You do have Mem. Okay, use Mem and Brett. Brett would be actually really good for this one now. And you do have Mem. I'm just blind. See, that's my plan, is wait for her to go to the club store. And I really want to take her gear, like, and just sit on it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I really don't with this one. Because I have 4 Piper plates, but I don't have a big Papa plate. Bubba's glasses plate. Okay, Brett. I'm sorry, I'm really struggling right now. Brett. You're looking for Brett, dummy. There you go. Yellow and multiply. That's good. That's good. And these are random. This is what we want. I'm good. I'm good. So this is without the gold gear. It doesn't matter. We're not doing cross breaks. And this is without a nightmare. Yeah, Chris. Well, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. The order doesn't matter. I'm paranoid, and I feel like things go to the bottom most first. So if I want stuff at the bottom, I throw it first. You can see, obviously, that's not true, because it didn't work there at all. This is actually a horrible spread. Now I have to think, which is even worse. This is... Okay, I like that one. Normally, it's not this bad. Nope. We're gonna do this. And then... And then? No and then. And then? No and then. Okay. No nightmare plate, no problem, 67 million. With a crappy board and a crappy layout. That's just the Piper plate. Probably you're better I mean, like, if you can do that quickly, it is faster than Regal, depending which you can do quicker. I don't know what's easier for you. Regal, I know exactly where I'm going to put the gems ahead of time, so I feel like maybe Regal is quicker for me. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on the player. Let me just do it quick, because I was concerned it wouldn't hit hard enough. But apparently that's not a big deal. So we're just going to do this, and that, and whatever. $66 million, not really caring about where I put stuff. And then you can add the nightmare if you want to, and you can care about it even less. The other thing you can do, or could do, and I don't know how much it would affect damage, to be honest, but you could choose more yellow gems. They're going to be multiplies, and they're going to be big. So I feel like if you wanted to go fast, you could drop potentially... In this case, I'm going to say drop Mem and leave Brett. And Hogan, whatever, they're both the same. They both generate 2. I know you don't, if you don't have Booker T, whatever. It's 5% gem damage. I just don't want to look. Because I'm lazy. Oh, look at all those yellow gems. Yeah. Because really, all you care about is yellow multiplies, to be honest. That's all you really care about. And yellow gems in general. So, like, just F it up, you know? $61 million, just clicking, you know, just kind of filling it in. So you can get like a comfort level with it and see if you prefer that or Regal. Plus, you know, I don't know. And then you can add the Nightmare plate, which is 100% more yellow gem damage. So let's do that. There's a lot of different things you could do. It's just whatever you're comfortable with, I think, to be honest. Hall of Fame Ray with 1 gear, assuming you have Braun as well, is also severely underrated. Like, Showboat has so many people that can turn 1 crush you. It's ridiculous. Like, people say that, like, I think the other day I counted and I was being actually pretty harsh. I think there's, if they're set up right, there's at least 36 or 38 people in this game that can turn one right now in feud between male and female. At least. That was me being, like, hard. I probably didn't, I don't know. You know, I'm not sure I even counted KO. I'm sure I did, though. I just, like, you know. Nope. This is a good board. That felt really good. It was only 58, but it felt really good. Turns out it wasn't, because I didn't get as many yellows, but it felt really good. Interesting. So it's kind of funky. It just depends what you like, Northern Mouth, and what you want to do, which trainers you want to use, what you're comfortable with, like I said. But Ray, Hall of Famer, is great, too. It's crazy. All of these people, though, that are gem damage need filled stars and max levels. You're seeing them filled stars, max levels, they make a huge difference for any gem damaged multiply buff player. Huge, huge difference. That one seems pretty. 76 million. There we go. Pretty quick. But yeah, Regal is awesome too. So up to you, bud. Up to you. Does that help your showboat options, you think? Have I shown you enough there? It's almost 5. We got like 8 minutes left. I need to get my head out of my butt here. Yeah, it's what what I tell people is you have to like playing the character, and it has to fit your play style, because if you don't like it, it doesn't matter how good they are, you're not going to play it. Well, I need to get through his acros, and we haven't even looked at him, unless he wants me to do that, in which case I will. Well, LA Knight there's clicking and then there's clicking. If you have the moment, potentially. Would you rather me play Regal, Northern Mouth, or check out the acros with the time we have left? I see you have Macho. What do you have for Macho? No, he is not. Regal can hit, like, pretty close, 700 million. Powerhouse KO, if you're seeing a billion damage, is just fake anyway. It's like, I could go throw some props, get a bunch of turns, get a perfect setup. Powerhouse KO, if you're seeing him hit a billion damage, it's just a really bad video. Like, seriously. You know, a bunch of turns, not weird, you know, like, I mean, it's cool if you want to, like, to see how hard you can hit, but in realistic setting, Powerhouse KO is not going to hit a billion. At least quickly. If things go wrong, maybe. What do you want to see, Northern Mouth? Oh, leave the Nightmare Plate on Macho. That's the best acro in the game, what you just said? That's the best acro in the game besides, Muda. Like, Muda is literally your only upgrade there. Like, for feud, that's it. Your next best choice would be Wes Lee, with a Z plate in the moment. And you run in Braun, Lawler, Santa. Does 55 million with 100% strap. So, like, that's the way I see acrobats. Muda #1 with basically anything. Just a Twilight Ritual plate. And like a 50% strap will probably do like consistently 70 mil. 60, 70 mil. And not touch the gem board with very little. This isn't... What? Why? Demon Balor is like one of the best stip people right now. Consistently. So yeah, Macho 1, West 2, behind, well, Muda's 1, Macho 2, West 3. You got the perfect setup for Macho. West is super good, especially with the Judgment Day plate. He'll never lose. West does about 55 million with the moment with 100% strap Z plate on turn 1. If you have Sherry and you have a Judgment Day plate, you can do a swipe, like throw his countdowns out, do a swipe, let it refill, and then hit for like 72 million. And I think I can squeak Regal in, unless he has more Acrobat questions. Because Regal is the other one you would play at gold, and if you said impressive on what's-his-face, Regal, what kind of strap you got for Regal? It really doesn't matter. I'll just grab the 20. It actually legitimately doesn't matter because you have Drew. We have a search feature. This actually still gets me really agitated. When I take the time to type in the freaking search feature, oh. Logan, if you're willing to whale Logan, it actually has got some good builds. And by whale, I mean you have to throw a Tiffany plate on him and or an LA Knight plate. But he's got some fun stuff. And you need Mr. Perfect. Or a middle lane in feud. So it's pretty brutal, but he can do some things. Ugh. Regal has gear, which is gonna F this up a slight bit. Because where all these accounts have gears. What's his gear add? Like 5? I can play around the MP. Okay, 20's good because he's got 4 multiplies. So what size are his multiplies, guys? Where are my moves? Here are my moves. I gotta remember because I don't play them. These are the yellow ones, right? So this is the bottom, and this is the top. Okay, so they're normally 8. His gear adds 4. So I'm going to have to subtract the gear. I can figure it out when we look at the size of his yellow multiplies. Probably. That's perfect. That's half. The 50%. So we're going to take 50% off of, not 50% off of the total, but whatever. Just ignore me. I know what I'm doing in my head. Sort of. I need 70, I think it's 67 or 77 Muda shards. That'll be a happy day. He doesn't touch the gem board. He's perfect. And he sprays mist in people's face. Green, gooey mist in your face. Eat it. Inappropriate. Okay, you want woods? Bruh. Church. Ah. Really? Never? No one's ever put the MP trainers on this guy? Fair enough, Eagles. I think at some point somebody would have put MP trainers on this guy. And back is killing me. I thought this was going to be easier to set up, AK. You still here, AK6? I hope you're still here. Oh, for the love of Pete and Mary. Come on, man. So much time spent in menus. Need 17k Santa, and then you're going to want Drew? Naomi just needs her gear, man. She's crazy. Like, 75 million with a 50% strap and no plates. 2 clicks. Game over. Gosh dang. Naomi's redonkulous. There's Scopely gonna make a lot of money on that gear. Okay. Let's see if I can do this right. If you didn't see it, watch me video on Naomi. I just posted it. Oh my gosh, I can't leave that comment on there. Oh, why do people call people out by name on comments on a video? Can't. Just remove your comment, dummy. My video has nothing to do with what other people said. Can't be a jerk to somebody on my video. This is why I don't have a Discord. Alright, bottom row. Be aware of that yellow gem in the middle. It's a non-factor if you play around it. Oh! Dang, Gina. This actually is a terrible board. That's fine. We're just gonna go low. This is a terrible board. It's fine. Did that work out anyway? Okay, that worked out anyway. So give me 1 second. I'll approximate how much Sherry added and be generous. Or the gear added. So we did 185 million. And the multiply gems are size 12, so we're just going to divide that by 12. So 15 million. And this is way not fair. And then times it by 8. So you still would have done 123 million, but not everything was a multiply gem, so it's probably more like 130 million. I won't judge you, Vern. I won't judge you. You're gonna get a lot. Like you also will get the moment too. You're also not, you're getting a moment as well. Because 4 of the tokens are there, assuming you do all the rest of the other stuff, you'll get the moment too. Right on, Chris. You just you just can't connect all of these. If you didn't know, you connect them all, this won't work. It has to be, think of it Magic the Gathering, it goes on the stack. This goes off first, goes on the stack. This resolves, and then boom. See, so that was 233 million. So 233 million divided by 12 times 8. That would have been 155 million. Nobody hits like Regal. And like I said, your strap doesn't freaking matter. Like all you don't even need Drew either, to be honest. It just double procs it. It's kind of nice. So, but you just need a Piper plate. Piper plate. Drew's nice, just because, you know, why not? But he's great. I think I'm the only person on the planet, or there's probably a few people. I mean, there's faster options, but he's perfectly Merrick's proof. And he hits super hard. He's great. Yeah, fair enough, Northern Mouth. Yeah, pretty much. Think Professor should be streaming? It's going to be dinner time for me. Is Professor streaming? Yes, he is. He's got giveaways. So we'll raid him. You guys can get some giveaways. I hope you enjoyed it today, Northern Mouth. Thanks for volunteering. I hope it helped. Like I said, different kind of roster review today, guys. Yeah, Chris. It was. Different kind of roster review because we're just trying to find his best option for the 3 classes. So we're just kind of playing through him with what he had so he could see how they play. Help make his decision easier. I kind of enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed it a lot. So thanks, Northern Mouth. Yeah, anytime, buddy. I've known you a long time. Happy to do so. Don't be shy, guys, like about asking for these, because they're just fun to do. Your roster size doesn't matter. What you have doesn't matter. You can be a whale. You can be a dolphin. You can be a free to play. I don't care. They're just fun to do, right? And you can see everyone's pretty cool. No one like attacks people with it and stuff. So, Gumsy. Oh my gosh, Gumsy. Yeah. Well, I don't want to be yapping all night and annoy Mrs. Merrick's when we could be playing Fallout 70. Dude, we're so close to Milepost Zero, Gumsy. Also, I watched some Caravan stuff. That looks really freaking cool. I'm hyped. Hype, 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 hype. Anyway, I'm good. It's Raid Professor. Thank you so much for hanging out today, guys. I had a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the Tuesday streams. A lot, actually. So that's kind of nice. Angry Turtle's awesome. I love him. His accent's also great. Angry Turtle's my favorite by far, Gumsy. Thanks, Noah. Mr. Westek's not bad, but Angry Turtle, he's my guy. I love his lazy builds. The guy gets me. Angry Turtle is like my spirit animal, Gumsy. With the lazy builds, he 100% gets me. Like, yeah, lazy builds. The right up, of course, Angry Turtle. Probably not. Yes, my minus click, dude. Thanks again, guys. I had a lot of fun. Take care. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Good. So yeah, that's basically what we're looking at today.